Hey, Patriots Nation, we are diving straight into all the excitement surrounding New England. And today we are going to break down exactly why the Patriots are in such a strong position. Heading into the AFC Championship game, there is a lot to unpack. From the defensive matchups to the quarterback situation in Denver. And if you are a fan who loves analyzing football beyond the surface, this is going to be a treat. Let's get into it, starting on the defensive side of the ball. The Patriots have quietly built a unit that is capable of creating chaos for opposing offenses. People often underestimate the tenacity that this group brings. And it is exactly that grit that will be crucial against the Broncos. The edge starts with their ability to generate pressure. And it is one of the reasons the Patriots have been so difficult to handle in playoff situations. Whether it is Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, or Casey Landry. The Patriots' front line has a way of getting into the backfield and disrupting timing. And that is exactly what they are planning to do against Denver's quarterback. The quarterback situation for the Broncos is particularly interesting this time around, with Bo Nix out due to injury. Jarrett Stidham steps in as the starter. Now, let's be clear, Stidham is a very different quarterback from Bo Nix. He has not attempted a pass in over 2 years, and his style is far more traditional. More of a pro-style quarterback than a dual threat, unlike Bo Nix, who is mobile and loves to roll out of the pocket. Stidham will be more stationary, relying on his reads and his arm rather than scrambling ability. This presents a clear advantage for the Patriots, who excel at pressuring quarterbacks and forcing mistakes. When they are contained in the pocket, the difference in mobility cannot be overstated. Because what was difficult to do against Bo Nix suddenly becomes much more feasible against a quarterback who is less adept at evading rushers. Looking deeper into the Broncos' offensive line, they have allowed very few sacks this season, which is impressive on paper. But context matters. Most of that success came when protecting Bo Nix, who rolls out constantly, making it harder to get to him, take him out. And now Stidham is facing a defense that has thrived on consistent pressure. The Patriots have a history of thriving in playoff pressure situations, whether it was against C.J. Stroud or Justin Herbert in past matchups. And this team knows how to dial up blitzes, stunts, and edge rushes to create opportunities for turnovers. It is a strategic advantage that cannot be ignored, and one that will define this matchup before the first snap is even taken. On the ground, the Broncos' rushing attack has been impacted by injuries as well. Before J.K. Dobbins' injury, Denver was a top 10 rushing team. But that changed once he was sidelined. R.J. Harvey, the rookie running back, has shown flashes but is inconsistent, and without Bo Nix as a dual-threat element, the Broncos' run game has lacked the same threat level. Even if Dobbins returns, it is unlikely that he will be at full strength. And the Patriots have shown time and again that their run defense, led by the likes of Milton Williams and Robert Spillane, is nearly impossible to crack consistently. The Patriots excel at limiting big plays on the ground, forcing teams into uncomfortable down and distance situations. And that will put added pressure on Stidham to perform in the passing game. Christian Gonzalez in the secondary adds another layer to this defensive edge. He has been targeted more than any other cornerback in the league, allowing very few completions, minimal yards, and no touchdowns. When healthy, Gonzalez is a first-team All-Pro talent, and his presence changes the way opposing quarterbacks approach the field for Stidham. Going up against a secondary anchored by Gonzalez, while facing relentless pressure from the front seven, is not an easy task. The Patriots' defense creates situations where quarterbacks are forced into difficult throws, rush decisions, and ultimately, turnovers. This is a combination of strategic planning, talent, and timing that the Broncos have rarely had to face. And it gives New England a substantial advantage going into this critical game. Analyzing the matchups, it becomes clear that the Patriots have multiple edges on defense. The pressure on Stidham, the disruption of the running game, and the coverage strength in the secondary all tilt in favor of New England. Stidham's lack of recent playing experience is a factor. And while he may have the skills to execute a pro-style game, he will be facing a defense that is well-prepared, disciplined, and opportunistic. The Patriots' ability to exploit weaknesses in opposing quarterbacks has been a hallmark of their playoff runs. And there is every indication that this trend will continue against Denver. The impact of the Patriots' front seven cannot be overstated. They are capable of collapsing pockets, forcing quarterbacks to move prematurely, and creating opportunities for sacks, hurried throws, and turnovers. When the quarterback is under pressure consistently, timing routes break down, receivers become open or unavailable unpredictably, and the overall flow of the offense is disrupted. This is particularly important against a quarterback like Stidham, whose mobility is limited compared to Bo Nix. It is a textbook advantage in a high-stakes playoff scenario, and one that the Patriots are uniquely positioned to exploit. Even the running game, when analyzed in detail, favors New England without a fully healthy Dobbins and lacking Bo Nix mobility. The Broncos will struggle to maintain consistency on the ground. R.J. Harvey may contribute, but his recent performances suggest he is not yet capable of carrying a high-pressure rushing attack. Against a disciplined defense, the Patriots' run defense has allowed few big plays and forces offenses into predictable situations, which in turn makes it easier for them to anticipate passes, cover routes effectively, and apply pressure at the right moments. The combination of a weakened run game and relentless defensive pressure sets the stage for a Patriots team that can control the tempo of the game and dictate the flow of plays. Looking at all of these factors together, the narrative is clear. New England has multiple defensive advantages in this matchup, from the edge rushers to the secondary, from the quarterback difference to the disrupted running attack. Everything lines up in favor of the Patriots. The team's ability to combine discipline, strategic pressure, and talent across multiple positions gives them a unique position of strength. And it will be fascinating to see how this unfolds on the field. The defensive unit has the tools, the strategy, and the history of playoff success to make a real impact. And when combined with the challenges Denver faces, it is easy to see why the edge belongs to New England. Moving over to the offensive side of the ball, the Patriots have built a unit that is both versatile and dynamic, capable of adapting to whatever defensive schemes the Broncos attempt to throw at them. This offense has been methodical in its approach throughout the season, balancing the run and pass while keeping defenses guessing. One of the critical aspects that sets New England apart is their ability to sustain drives under pressure, a trait that has carried over from the coaching staff's emphasis on discipline and execution. This is especially important in a championship setting, where every possession counts and mistakes are magnified. The Patriots' running game has developed into a weapon that complements their passing attack perfectly, with backs who can pick up tough yardage between the tackles, as well as create explosive plays in the open field. New England is able to control both the clock and the tempo of the game. Defenses that overcommit to stopping the run often find themselves vulnerable in the passing game, and the Patriots have consistently exploited those moments with precise timing and smart route combinations. The offensive line deserves credit here as well. They have maintained cohesion even in high-pressure situations, allowing their quarterback enough time to read the field and make calculated throws, which will be essential against the Broncos' defense that ranks highly in certain statistical categories. Quarterback play for the Patriots has been a combination of poise and creativity. While the name behind center has changed throughout the season due to injuries and rotations, the system itself ensures that the quarterback is placed in situations where he can succeed. The Patriots have a variety of quick-release options, check downs, and play-action passes that keep defenders off balance against the Broncos' defense that relies heavily on speed and reactionary schemes. This strategic execution allows New England to maintain consistency in moving the chains. Precision, timing, and reading defensive tendencies are central to the offensive philosophy, and it is what separates a good quarterback from one who thrives in a high-stakes environment. The passing attack, in particular, has been designed to exploit mismatches. Receivers are not only fast and agile but also intelligent in understanding coverage schemes and adjusting routes in real time. This mental aspect of the game allows the Patriots to stay one step ahead, especially when the opposing secondary is forced to account for multiple threats at once. Against Denver, who may have to adjust to the absence of their starting quarterback or to a less experienced signal caller, these nuanced route combinations can create openings that turn routine plays into critical gains. It is not just about speed or power, it is about understanding the field, reading defenders, and executing under pressure. Red zone efficiency has also been a hallmark of New England's offense. When the Patriots are within striking distance, they tend to be relentless in exploiting angles and mismatches. This is particularly important against the Broncos' defense that, while statistically strong, may not have faced the same level of disciplined offensive schemes seen in the Patriots' playbook. Timing, misdirection, and leveraging personnel advantages all play into converting opportunities into points. It is not merely about gaining yards, it is about being methodical, precise, and relentless until the defense has no answers left. Another factor that works in New England's favor is their adaptability. The Patriots are capable of shifting gears mid-game based on what the defense shows. If the Broncos come out with an aggressive front, the Patriots can lean into quick passes, misdirection, or screens to neutralize the rush. If the Broncos drop into coverage, the Patriots can stretch the field vertically, using the speed and route discipline of their wide receivers to find seams and exploit gaps. This ability to adjust on the fly is critical in a playoff atmosphere where preparation meets unpredictability. And it is one of the key reasons the Patriots remain a dangerous offensive unit. Time management and situational awareness also play into the Patriots' offensive strengths. They are not a team that relies solely on one dimension. Rather, they think in terms of controlling the game clock, keeping the defense on the field, and forcing opponents into mistakes through attrition. Long drives, efficient third down conversions, and smart clock usage are all elements that accumulate advantage over the course of a game. Against the Broncos team that may have a new quarterback and a potentially limited rushing attack, these strategic elements magnify the Patriots' overall effectiveness and allow them to dictate the rhythm of the contest. In addition to the fundamentals, the Patriots have players capable of making game-changing plays in critical moments, whether it is a wide receiver creating separation in tight coverage, a running back breaking through a tackle, or a quarterback threading a precise throw into a window that seems impossible. The ability to make these plays when it matters most has been a defining characteristic of New England's offensive approach. This level of execution is built on preparation, awareness, and confidence, all of which come into play during championship-level matchups where the margin for error is razor thin. When we look at the overall offensive versus defensive balance, the Patriots have managed to create a formula that challenges opponents on every level. The offensive line protects the quarterback, allowing him to execute timing-based routes, while the running game keeps defenses honest and opens up opportunities downfield. Receivers are disciplined, adaptable, and capable of capitalizing on defensive mistakes, while the backfield can turn short gains into explosive plays. It is a cohesive unit that thrives on synchronization and anticipation, making the team difficult to contain, even against a top-tier defense. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on the New England Patriots, and of course, drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from Patriots fans. The league was caught completely off guard after strong whispers began circulating around Foxborough suggesting that the New England Patriots are on the verge of pulling off one of the boldest moves of the season, according to internal chatter amplified by ESPN insiders. Two major stars are expected to put pen to paper with the franchise, a development that has already sent shockwaves through front offices across the league. While official confirmation remains pending, sources close to the negotiations describe an atmosphere of confidence inside the Patriots building. The belief is that the organization, determined to accelerate its return to relevance, has quietly worked behind the scenes to secure elite talent, capable of reshaping both sides of the ball. The names involved are being treated like open secrets, fueling nonstop debate among fans and analysts alike. What makes this rumor even more intriguing is the timing. The Patriots have been publicly preaching patience and development, yet privately they appear ready to strike with ambition. League executives interpret the move as a clear signal that New England no longer wants to be viewed as a rebuilding project, but as a destination once again capable of attracting top-tier stars. ESPN's reporting has added gasoline to the fire by stating that conversations are not exploratory, but advanced. The network suggests that contract structures and roles within the team have already been discussed, a detail that implies more than casual interest. Around the league, rival teams are said to be recalculating their plans, wary of a sudden shift in the balance of power. In New England, optimism is cautiously rising. Supporters who had grown accustomed to modest expectations are now daring to imagine a roster transformed overnight. Even skeptics admit that if the Patriots land both stars, the message will be unmistakable. The franchise is done waiting until pen meets paper. Uncertainty remains, still, in a league where perception often shapes reality. The Patriots have already won something important, attention, and if the rumor becomes fact, this could mark the beginning of a dramatic new chapter in Foxborough. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving fresh and exclusive Patriots news, Make sure to subscribe and hit like. We always appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments. See you in the next one. Patriots Nation.